Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Bhavna Vannan, and we have with us a very special guest today from one of San Francisco's most influential and wealthiest families. He's been named Town and Country Magazine's top 50 philanthropists back in 2013. Trevor Traina is the name, and he is a tech entrepreneur. His new startup and e-commerce site, ifonly.com, links people and celebrities to create unique experiences. And not only does he have American entertainers from Hollywood on the list, but he's also brought in Bollywood and partnered up with our channel, B4U, to create a whole new level. Trevor, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm very pleased to be here.
All right, so I was going through your website, ifonly.com, and it reminds me a little bit of Make-A-Wish Foundation, as well as, the deal sites that we see nowadays. So can you tell us about this very interesting concept and how it came about?
Oh, thank you. Yes, of course. So, we live in a world today where people more and more want experiences rather than just things. And so there are many great stores where you can go to buy things, but there's no store where you can go and shop for experiences. And so ifonly.com is about what is your if only? Is your if only to cook with a famous chef, or to have that chef sign a cookbook for your mother, or to meet a Bollywood star, or to meet a band after the show? And if only is really about making people's if-onlys come true while benefiting charities and causes.
Great. So if I'm on the site and I purchase a deal with one of the celebrities, where do I go from there? What happens?
Well, about half of what we sell is people coming to ifonly.com and just choosing something to buy. So if you want Amitabh to sign a card for your friend on their birthday or special event, you can buy that on our website. About the other half of our business is people saying, I don't exactly see the thing here that I want, but could you design this or that for me? And so we do a concierge business as well.
And as I understand it, there's a very charity focus to this business. It seems as if that's the core. So can you tell us about this approach and how that works?
Yes, so every luminary, we like to say the word luminary, every luminary we work with, from Madonna to Kobe Bryant to Amitabh, have charities or causes that are dear to their heart. And so what we've said to them is, your fans want to meet you, they want to know you, they'd like you to provide access. On behalf of your charity or cause, would you consider doing that? And that's how we got these very famous people to be on If Only.
And there are several categories on your site. You have music, entertainment, sports, and there's a whole separate category devoted to Bollywood, as you're mentioning, Amitabh. So that's the first celebrity I see when I go on the site. And he has offers like a Twitter shout out for $500. Now, it might seem like a little steep, but he has 6 million Twitter followers. So that's some serious exposure for the person. And, as I understand it, you are a very well-connected socialite, entrepreneur, and you have been meeting these celebrities in person to connect them with your venture. So can you tell us about that?
Well, I think the way that I would say it is I've been very lucky in my own life through hard work and also through the good luck of being in my family that I've been able to have great experiences, and my wife and I do many interesting things. And really, If Only was about trying to offer that same world of experiences to a much larger audience of people who also would like to be able to do amazing things. And so that's how the If Only idea really came to be.
So how would you describe just the process of getting a celebrity on board? Are they just all lining up for this site, or is it a little bit like pulling teeth sometimes?
It depends. Some come to us and we go to others, but we really curate. So we have only the top people in each category, and we go after them with an idea of how they fit in. We want them there because we want them to offer interesting things, but we also want to have the access to them so that if you come to me and say, I'm having a wedding, here's my dream, or I need the perfect gift or whatever, we now have the relationships with these luminaries to be able to make it happen.
And as I mentioned, B4U has teamed up with If Only to offer some very unique experiences. I just wanted to highlight some of these for our viewers as well. You can buy a deal to attend a live A-list Bollywood star interview with one of our B4U anchors. You can be on the set the whole day, have a VIP tour of B4U Studios, which is headquartered in Mumbai, but we also have locations in London and New York City as well. The prices are on the website. So, you know, when you're getting a chance to, let's say, co-host a B4U television show in India and hang out with the VJs, things like that, you really get not just your 15 minutes of fame, but you get 20 minutes, right? Minutes. So you also get exposure. You get to be in front of our 20 million viewers all over India. So it's not just a matter of rubbing shoulders with a celebrity, but also getting your face and name out there, which could really change your life.
That's exactly right. So, you know, we love working with B4U because the biggest stars come to B4U. They come there when they're launching projects and new movies and all kinds of things. And so If Only is really about making people's dreams come true. And for many people, sitting on this side of the camera is an If Only moment, and it is possible to have one.
So let's say I wanted to suggest an experience with Shah Rukh Khan, you know, within reason, another Bollywood superstar, and it's not currently on the site. So how do I go about proposing a new idea?
You could literally go to ifonly.com, and on the website there's a button which says concierge, and you can click on that and you can send us an email and contact us and say, here's my dream experience, here's my If Only, and then we'll get back in touch and we'll tell you how we can make it a reality.
Great. And can you rate your experiences as well and be able to share them through social media?
Well, many of our If Only buyers send us an email after or even photos and tell us about their experience and how it went. And we have incredible pictures to prove it. We actually have 3 customers who have had permanent tattoos on their body from a signature of their hero. Oh, wow. And we've had people who've jammed on stage with the band of their choice, and we love hearing from them.
Yeah, those are some life-altering, you know, experiences. And I just wanted to know, because these are in-person experiences, not necessarily things that you acquire and buy, is there a refund policy if, suppose, something goes wrong, you know, there's a cancel or anything like that?
You know, we've only had one situation out of all the thousands that we've done where it wasn't perfect. But if anything happened, of course there would be. But it's also important to emphasize that we don't just do experiences, that we also do autographs and memorabilia and things that are not very expensive. So we want to appeal to everyone at every budget.
Great. And are there any sorts of safety nets from, you know, we have celebrities concerned about their safety sometimes, you know, we have stalkers or, you know, paparazzi perhaps that might want to shell out cash for such an experience. So what do you have in place for that?
Well, you probably have more than I do, because I think you might be a little more famous than I. But we do a background check on everyone. We know who the person is before we present them to the luminary. And usually, if it's an important event, we'll come as well. And the safety of both individuals, the one being met and the customer, are always of total importance to us.
So coming from one of the wealthiest families in your region, you know, you make very good use of your connections to turn it into a business. And, you know, just in general, what advice would you have for entrepreneurs just looking to have success in their fields?
Well, my personal mantra has always been just follow your dream. You know, whatever you think you can make happen, you probably can. And if you don't try, then you haven't reached your full potential. And so in my case, I've always gone to great schools and worked hard, and I've had my ideas and dreams, and I've worked to make them a reality. And that would be the advice that I would give to any entrepreneur who wants to do anything.
It seems like this definition of luxury is changing, just the luxury business. How would you describe this trend of mixing luxury with philanthropy?
I think that's a great question. And actually, a recent study showed that 72% of all people would rather have an experience than another thing. And I think particularly in luxury, people want a story to tell. They don't want to just buy something in a store. They want something more.
As you mentioned, If Only is not the first startup you created. Can you tell us a bit about your previous businesses and how you got started as an entrepreneur?
Sure. I actually started my first company with a partner while I was still in school. It was called CompareNet. And for 3 years, I did this company. It was the first buyer's guide on the internet. And then I sold that company to Microsoft, and it became the shopping channel of MSN. I sold a company to Intuit in the local shopping space. And all the companies that I've done have been consumer internet companies designed to help consumers find things quicker and make their lives easier.
All right. So have you bought experiences as gifts for your family or for yourself before?
I buy things all the time, both for my family and for friends. For my mother, for Christmas, I gave her ice skating with an Olympic ice skater with her granddaughters. I've bought friends meals from a famous chef, and there's all kinds of fun things to gift.
With more experiences being added to the B4U section and the Bollywood part of your site, do you plan to bring in more celebrities and perhaps visit India sometimes?
Both, absolutely. The B4U partnership is really new for us, but it's so unique and special because B4U does get the biggest stars. And so for If Only customers to have access to B4U is really something that I think no one else can offer.
Right. So now we have Amitabh and Salman Khan. Can you give us a sense of who we can expect in the future to see on the site?
Well, I don't want to name names, but a very famous female singer is just about to join, and we have many other athletes and Bollywood stars in the works soon.
As I mentioned in one of the experiences, If Only caters to a global market, and you could be in the US, Canada, India, and tap into some of these very unique experiences with celebrities. I'm sure our viewers, you will find some very unique experiences on the site. Please visit ifonly.com and click on Bollywood and the B4U category to check out some of these very fun deals that we talked about today and a whole lot more. So Trevor, thanks so much for being with us today and sharing what your business is about. I'm sure our viewers will find it very exciting and interesting.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's really a pleasure.
And thank you for watching. This is Talk of the Town, and I'm Bhavna Vannan.